All right, fair use, fair use. It's your brother Rob Rummy back with another lesson, Lord, willing to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Waha, Rakakwadash, Barakathe Yahweh, Barakathe Yahushua. Double honor to the apostles, elders, bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the 144,000. Men of the Lord, you see on the highways and byways, prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, also in the correct doctrine. I want to send a shalom to the one-third men, women, and children of us, the judges of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by their faith. So another lesson I want to bring out through the spirit of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. As you see, 5 insane statistics that prove white privilege exists. And we all experience white privilege in our various jobs, our various walks in life. And these people think that they are going to receive the kingdom of heaven. Now we see through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua the hatred they have displayed against the true living power's children. And that's you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. That the men of the Lord, you see, bring out this word you despise and hate for no reason, bring out this truth. Warning you of your enemies and warning you of the things to come that's coming by your enemies. So Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson. I'm going to bring out these videos and bring out a couple scriptures, and Lord willing, like I said, be edifying.
5 insane statistics that prove it exists. Number 1, despite making up 60% of the population, white people hold 86% of total wealth in the US. This is from a large combination of factors, but most notably ancestral wealth. Number 2, compared to men of color, white men make more for the same job. In fact, they make up to 34% more on average. The advantage white men have over other people really sets them up for success in life. Number 3, an author calculated that the cost of white privilege in her life exceeded $300,000. Because of things like using family connections to get a job, inheriting money, and real estate, she's had almost a $300,000 head start compared to non-white people. Number 4, only 2% of black households have a net worth of over $1 million compared to millions of white families. This isn't because black families don't put in effort, it's because white families have been systematically given an advantage in society. And number 5, the average inheritance for white households is between $200,000 and $300,000, which means some white people are inheriting upwards of $300K from their family. Again, it's very easy to succeed when you have these advantages in life compared to those who do not. So please pay attention to your privilege now and in the future.
So she broke it down. I didn't make this up. She had the numbers, the statistics, and the hatred that's been displayed upon us is because they feel like we are beneath them. Now, they will call us all these bywords and proverbs, which is a part of the curses. But what you've done to us is going to be done unto you. And see, the elect, we know and understand what you've done is ultimately for your downfall. It ain't for us. We see what we experienced here in Babylon the Great is only the curses that the Lord put upon us. Now these curses are going to be shifted unto you. You call us monkeys. You call us all these different niggers and spit and all this, man. Now the curses that was upon us are going to be shifted unto you. The privilege you receive in your kingdom is going to be the end of your rulership. Because you have your time. Now the time is coming to an end. Your time is coming to an end, Esau. Now I don't want to play it. Let me get out of it and come right back. Because it's a reason why the Lord brought us very low. It's because we had to suffer the consequences of our sins and what we did against the Lord, man. Now, the time is changing, man. The rulership of Esau is coming to an end. That privilege, have you been able to have in your kingdom, is going to be taken away.
Black people do not look like monkeys. White people look like monkeys. But white people are closer to monkeys in their DNA than Africans are. And I said, I think white people are more monkey because if you shave a monkey's hair, it's white under there. Check that monkey out. Check that chimpanzee out. Shave that hair and see what you see up underneath that hair. That's white. It's just the hair. It's not the skin color. If you shave a monkey, it's white.
He said when you actually scientifically look at white people, you know, monkeys are hairy. White people are the hairiest people
On Earth.
On Earth. I am really hairy. Like seriously.
I don't shave.
No, I shave all. I'm shaving
I
right
don't.
now. I got hair on my back,
coming up
my chest
through
is all
your,
hairy.
you got hair coming
I
up
got hair on my ears.
collar. Okay.
Look at him straight in the face. Go down to the zoo and stare at the monkey. Watch him and then look up at the white man. Take an old white man and an old white woman and put them there beside him in the cage and compare them. And after that, you will see that those are the two that favor each other and not the so-called Negroes. I dare any one of his scientists to try and disprove it.
And monkeys are more white because they have thin lips, no ass, little and they take shit that ain't theirs.
Y'all to hear this real good. I'm 5'9". If I had a white dude to come up here that's 6'10", my legs will come up to his titty nipples. Black men and women got long legs and short bodies. White men and women got short legs and long bodies. Now, if all of us up here took off our clothes and one white boy took off his clothes, which one you think would have hair all over their body? So why are you going to let this cracker convince you that that looks like you?
Follow along this row here. Chimp, human, identical, identical, identical. There's a difference. Walk along, all the same, identical, no difference at all between the human and the chimpanzee. Exactly the same, exactly the same. Now we see another difference there. A versus G. Walk along, and there are no more differences in that whole row. Almost all of the human genome and the chimpanzee genome is identical.
Keep trying to tell y'all these teachings are right and exact. If you really want to learn more, I need you to text Origins to 219-299-49.
Yeah, but you see, Esau have done the research on everything, man. They know who they symbolize and resemble. But see, the hatred that they spew is only against you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans because you've always been beneath them. And they have no clue that they are in their kingdom. They are in their rulership. So the hatred and they displayed towards you is because they are in power. And see, Christianity won't teach you who you are. They want you to feel like you're equal to your enemy. But Esau knows that you are totally different from them. Even though Esau is our brother, they know it's something that's more connected to the Most High than they are, and they want that blessing that the Lord has blessed us with, to be in the image of Him. See, Yahweh Shem Shah made the children of Israel in the image of Him. And see, when it says that, matter of fact, before I even get this right quick, let me get Genesis, because they have the rulership over everything, over the books, over the history, and they can frame the world as if it's for them, but it's actually for you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. It's not for Esau. He knows that, because you was created in the image of the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, but Esau wasn't. And this is a hard saying for most people, because they don't see themselves as authority, as power. They see themselves as beneath the so-called white man in other nations. But we are made in the image of the Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. And this is only for the household of faith. This is only for the elect. They're the only ones who are going to see the image of the Lord in them, because the Lord is in us. The Lord is not in the wicked. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is not in the wicked. So he's never been related to them in a sense that we would look at it in this life. The Lord is not dealing with Esau at all. This is Genesis 1 and verse 26. It says, and power said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. See, after our likeness. and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea and over all the fowls of the air and over the cattle and over all the earth and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. See, the Lord has made the children of Israel in his image. And you can't make nobody get it. I can't make you understand this. This is only spiritual for the elect. New Living Translation, just to make it plain. It says, then power said, let us make human beings. Who was human? I don't want to go too deep. Let me get the etymology. Let's get the etymology of human. And like I said, I don't want to get too deep because you can't force this on somebody to you got to get this. No, you can't force it. You can't force it on nobody. This is only spiritual for the elect. Now you look up human, which I already know what it is, but just to make it plain for someone. Okay, Latin humus, man, human, also human. Dropping down, it says literally, earthly, earthly being, as opposed to the gods. But there is no settled explanation of the sound changes involved. Let me get to the exact meaning. Hold on 1 second. One second. Let me get to it. The true understanding of human. Because not all of us are actually human. Let me see. You don't see. You see what it is, but it don't give it. You know, you have to have picnic to be human. I was trying to get the exact definition. They ain't showing it. Google ain't breaking it down plain. It says a man, woman, or a child of the species of human or other existence species. It ain't giving the true definition of human. And you see what a human is. It's a so-called black man up there. Like I said, I don't want to go too deep into it. I mean, it's easy to understand. It ain't giving me the definition of it. You see right here it says, what is the biblical definition of human? According to the Bible, a human being is a creature made in the image of power, the image of God, a combination of body and soul. And the Lord has only given us that spirit, man. I'm trying to get the true understanding. I don't got it on here. The divine likeness gives human inherent dignity, value, and purpose, including intelligence, emotion, creative, and the responsibilities of cares for creation and biblical view. It ain't giving me the true understanding of it on here. But you have to have pigmentation to be human. Let me see, being related to or being to a person or people as possible. They don't, man. All the definitions goes around the true understanding of being human. Matter of fact, I got Chat GPT up. Let me see, because let me see if Chat GPT will pull up the true meaning of human. Let me see. It's crazy how they take all this. They scrubbing it of everything that's true. Look, spiritual meaning. Look, somebody even go to the spiritual meaning. They know, man. Come on, man. I just read 126. It says that to be human is to be a living soul made in the image of power. And we know that. Spiritual purpose, moral choice. Humans are moral beings capable of understanding right and wrong. We know who understands right and wrong. Emotional. It ain't giving a clear understanding of human. Look right here. Would you be me? It's like it. Would you like me to explain it more from a biblical Israelite perspective? Look. They already know because I go into the Chat GPT and I put a lot of stuff on her. No, I want to understand what is the true understanding of being human. Let me see, and I'll go back to my videos. I wanted to just pull this up. I mean, it's got me on a chase now to get the true definition. It usually just pop right up, but now they changing this shit. It says that understand being human means more than just knowing that a person is. It's about grasping who we are, why we exist, and how we are meant to live. It ain't telling us. It ain't going into the truth. It ain't going into the true understanding of being human. See, Esau want to lump everybody into being human, which we know you have to have picnic to be me human, man. Yeah, there you go. There you go. They clearing this shit out, man. I just want a simple answer of being human. They go to all these different spiritual meanings, moral meaning, emotional meaning, into what was it into intelligible math. Let me get it, man. Intellectual. So lock it. Intellectual meaning. No, all these meanings only needed one simple understanding. Understand being human. See that? Understanding our origin. No. Look at all these definitions of being human. Let me go back. Let's get to this video.
Which family member is absent in your life?
My dad.
Right.
Okay, why you say that?
You know,
How is
or
that?
you're missing dads. That's why you like to go out and gang bang and steal bananas and rob people, stuff like that. That's why you guys like to do that stuff. Hmm?
No, I'm actually not. I don't do none of that. That you just listed.
You can say you're not a monkey, but at the end of the day, you're still a monkey. Right. You still have the tendencies.
What the fuck? Dennis, what is wrong with you?
What is wrong with me? What is wrong with you banana picking, vine swinging porch monkeys?
Now, see, Jake think that these people like them or feel that they're equal to them. You are hated, man. No matter how you look at it, no matter how much you think these people will agree with you or believe that you are equal to them, they truly hate you, man. They truly hate you. Now, if I told someone that these Edomites hate them, they would never believe it. And see, we live in a society that they have to see it for them to believe it. We live in a time where everything is questionable. But when you see it, you can't question it no more. It's in your face. It's a smack in the face. Now, Esau is in his rulership. He in his kingdom, so he can control the news. He can control the narrative. He can control everything that's on his television. But when you come into reality, understand and see it for yourself, you can't overlook it. You can't go back and say, "Well, I didn't see that." And that's what we telling our people, man. Once you see what we bring out, you can't go back and say you didn't see it. We bring it for you and we put it right before your face for you to see. You can't ignore it. And if you ignore it, that's only to your demise. That's only to your destruction. Because these devils don't give a fuck about you. And you can think, oh, we all created equal. We all human. You see that they took everything that human used to just bring out. Basic definition for human was being of color, having pigmentation. That's all it was. That's the basic definition. Now there's so many definitions for just being human. It's insane. But continuing on, the hatred that Esau has for Jacob. And it's all through the scriptures, man. But now that we've been in this truth and following Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and pulling this information out, we can see now that there's more hatred online than ever was before. You know the truth. It's always been there, but now that we've been knowing the truth and seeing this devil for who he truly is, it's undeniable that this man is Esau, Edom, who the Bible speaks of the wicked. The hatred that he's displayed and the shame he's finna be, he's going to receive. Now, I haven't played the 2 videos before I even brought it up. I was able to play them. That's why I put them up. Now Esau don't want me to bring him out. Let me go down to it. Here we go. 26 seconds. Now you have a thing called sundown towns. Now you have a thing called sundown towns in here in Babylon, in America, Babylon the Great, sundown towns. Now the sundown towns have been here in Babylon the Great since you've been out of what captivity, and we're in 2025 and it's never changed. It's only been brung out to you understand that this man is your enemy. And these sundown towns that still exist to this very day in 2025, man.
Went to America's most racist town.
Biden, Texas. They don't want nothing to do with the blacks. You gotta get out.
Is it the most racist town?
Yeah, they don't want the blacks at all. I love it.
What if they did like move in? What would happen?
Could the government stop it?
The cops will give them a hard time. The black know not to stop here in this town. I go to the store, leave my car open. I'm not gonna get robbed. So I'm like, yeah, they don't have an attitude problem.
Yeah.
Black people have an attitude. In Louisiana, they call them T.
What does that stand for?
And see, our people, you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, really think that they like you. They've always displayed this hatred towards you. It ain't nothing new. And this is a campaign was back in the 60s that they displayed towards you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. Now I know I'm treading a thin line of these videos going up, but it's nothing that can say that it ain't true. And I know, like I said, I'm towing a thin line on placing these videos out there, man. But they shadow banned us anyway, man. Like we went out to camp yesterday. Usually we get 500-600 people, you know what I'm saying, watching our videos. But now we down to 4 or 5 people even seeing the videos, man. They ain't putting they ain't not putting out the notifications. You know what I'm saying? It's really like being hid. But I mean, the word has went out. So it's nothing where we can kind of say, oh man, we're not doing the work. But we're doing the work, man. They constantly putting the information out. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we treading a thin line. I mean, I'm treading a thin line by putting this information out, but we're at the end, man. Fuck it. Let's go. That's 3 videos I try to place up, but they won't let it play. Let me go back. I'm gonna get the video. I'm just gonna get it to you. See the symbolism, and see they think it's a symbol. They say it's a symbol of heritage, not hatred.
I am J.B. Stoner. I am the only candidate for United States Senator who is for the white people. I am the only candidate who is against integration. All of the other candidates are race mixers to one degree or another. I say we must repeal Gambrell's civil rights law. Gambrell's law takes jobs from us whites and gives those jobs to the niggers.
And you see, he was gonna go into it. I'm gonna stop it right there. So he said about race mixing, and he thinks that we wanted. He always say that Jake want the so-called white woman. Jake don't want no goddamn white woman. Most Jakes that even have a white woman, they choose them because they want to show the power over the Edomite, the Edomite man. No Jakes want a flat booty ass white woman that's a goddamn devil. But Jake just do it just for the hell of it, just to come against you Edomites, man. Now, look at the damn page and went down. Now I'm gonna get one scripture, and I'm gonna go into the back to the other video. Now the damn shit I had already posted, they don't took it. This is Obadiah. Now this is what Esau always used against us, and a lot of Jakes died because Esau thought that we wanted his women, and the whole time the so-called white woman always wanted Jake. This is Obadiah 1 and verse 10. It says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." See that? Esau has no clue what he's doing to the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. And it's going to lead to him being cut off forever. He doesn't understand that the children of Israel is you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. He has no clue. Now, they are truly displaying their hatred towards you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. As you see, it says, "Oh, hell no." Man exposes Walmart for allegedly selling a pro-Nazi shirt on their website. And you see right here, this is a shirt on Walmart website. It says, "So my old job sells straight up Nazi merch now." It's lucky. And you see, paper beats rock. And this is the Heil Hitler salute over the so-called black power symbol, which neither one of them mean anything. But rock, paper, scissors is a game that has always been played by kids. But as you see, it says paper beats rock. Hands symbolize rock. His salute symbolizes paper. But this rock right here is going to soon turn into the scissors to cut this paper. Now, if you don't understand rock, paper, scissors, just Google it. Because there's a reason why I said that rock is soon to turn into the scissors to cut the paper. Now, as I continue on, these heathen, not Jakes, but other heathens see that this man Esau is the true devil of the earth, man. The wicked of the earth. Now, check this out.
I mean, it's interesting that you people from the United States, when you have so much muck behind your back, from the wiping out of the entire race of Native Americans, and you Europeans having wiped out almost more than half of world's population across from Australia, in Africa to America, now just putting your neck deep into other people's history and also not being scientific about it, actually. For example, you said you estimated 15 temples or a dozen or something like that. Have you done a scientific survey, archaeological survey of every site possible which has already been dug out or not? And this is, can a genocidal, descendant of a genocidal people sit as a judge? Is that moral or fact? Yes, that nation stands on the dead bodies of Native Americans. What right does she have to come here and poke her nose into our history? No, what? Be fair, be fair, be fair, be fair. Is this justice? Is this morality? Is this ethics?
And he said, is this justice? Is this fair? Because Esau is a genocidal people. And the world has woken up to the fact that this man is a genocidal people, man. And they have always played the victim role as they have destroyed, raped, robbed, murdered the entire globe. They want you to feel sorry for them as they have destroyed everything on the earth. And other nations and heathen see it. And 2/3 of our people can't even see that this man is the devil, man. But the world is waking up to the fact that Esau is the devil the Bible speaks of. And they have ruled in hatred and with a sword, man. Let's see. Every video I'm trying to play has been not able to come through. Let me see. Damn. So it is not us, you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans seeing the hatred that they have displayed in the earth, but every other nation has seen it, man. They know that this man is the devil. Everything that stems from him is wicked. He says, blame everything on white people. And see, Esau always played the victim, man. They always play the victim. And now that the victim role is coming to an end, no one is going to feel any they're not going to feel any passion or compassion toward the Edomites, man. Because you ruled in hatred and you've thrown a stone and hid your hand. Now that hand has been revealed. We see behind your back.
Blaming everything on white people. Oh, you're not gonna like this. World War I, white people. World War II, white people. The Vietnam War, white people. Slavery, white people. Systemic racism, white people. Racism in general, white people. Thousands of years of Asian history being wiped off this planet, white people. Africa decentralized for decades. South America decentralized for decades. The Middle East decentralized for decades, white people. Capitalism, white people. Fascism in America, white people. Oh, look at that, you're Christian. Bet. Christianity being used to justify slavery? White people. Christianity being used to justify massacring Native Americans? White people. There's a fake Christian that sold Bibles with his own names on it sitting in the White House right now that was built and maintained by slaves. This motherfucker's white. Who led Germany during the 1930s? A white Christian. Which group of people colonized Africa? White Christians. Klan members? White Christians. St. Peter's Cross being misunderstood as a symbol of Satanism? White people. Border problems. White people. White people. The metal community being full of racist, ignorant bitches. White people. Speaking of that, Pantera. White people. The current dog shit state of the movie industry. White people and capitalism. The current dog shit state of the music industry. White people and capitalism. Specifically shit like Spotify. The current dog shit state of the gaming industry. White people and capitalism. Mount Rushmore. White people. This is some colonizer shit. Give native people their sacred land back. Dingoes. White people. The extinction of the dodo bird. White people. Fucking cave diving. White people. Last but not least, the useless existence of you and your mother. White people. That was 2 minutes of speed reading, and I'm barely on page 1 of the Cracker book.
So Esau is finished, man. The kingdom to come, he will be slaves in the kingdom to come, man. And this ain't no hatred I have toward them. This ain't nothing I'm just saying just for the hell of it. This is all biblical prophecy because he is going to reap what he sowed in the earth. And this is all slated for you blacks, not Slocky, not you blacks, but you Edomites, you whites that rule Europe, you rule America, rule in our land, which the small caps have, Russia And the list goes on and on. Your days are numbered, man, and your time is short because you have never given us our true what I was saying was you have never given us the the damn you've never given us our flowers, and I say in a sense, because everything that's built here in America has been made or designed from you a so-called black man or black woman. You have never given us the true privilege of ruling what we created, man. Not saying that we was gonna rule in your kingdom, but we never got the say in anything here. We never got the right to be free or have a say in anything that's done, and you never gave the appreciation to the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans that giving you your rule, because ultimately we built you up to rule. And this video explains it all, man. We gave you the understanding of the earth, and it's ultimately for your downfall, man.
We must show them how to stand, how to cleanse. It's not right to leave them that way. Enter those caves and you risk everything. No! No with the mud in the water. If he scrubs any harder, he'll wash his skin off. Back straight, chest high. You're not chasing chickens.
You walk like question marks, my king.
This is called a fork. Like a spear, but tiny. They were better off when they just chewed on rocks. That's you, fool.
Technically, he's not wrong. That's definitely something to be afraid of.
This is gonna be a long week.
They're allergic to clean.
It's only soap. What are you afraid of? Even animals wash themselves. What type of species is this?
You know what? My wife is more nigger than you are.
Now I had to stop it for algorithms, but you see, when Esau was brung out of those caves, we taught him proper etiquette. We taught him cleanness. Taught him how to bathe, how to eat, how to stand up straight. And that was a small clip. I mean, you can look at the history that we ruled in Europe and in these other countries, man. I'm not gonna get too deep in it. That's another lesson. But Esau has never been able to take any say over anything he's done in the earth, man. Everything stems from the Israelites. And we taught him everything. Now that he's been in rulership, he's despised the children of Israel because that blessing that was supposed to go to him is ours. And he cannot get it back, no matter what he does, no matter what he says, no matter what he does to us. His time is truly in the hourglass. And that saying is, man, it's falling quick. This is Genesis 27. I'm going to drop down to verse 41. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith Salakia, his father blessed him. See that blessing that was given to the children of Israel. And Esau has always tried to get it back. But the Lord is not going to change. It says, and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doeth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. And Esau, that's all he's trying to do, man. He's always trying to kill you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. It's in their blood. From their forefather Esau, they have plotted to kill you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. So now they want to depilate. And you should know what I mean. It says, now, therefore, my son, obey my voice and arise, flee thou to Laban, my brother, to Haran, and tarry with him a few days until thy brother's fury turn away, until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forget that which thou hast done to him. Then will I send and fetch thee from thence. Why should I be despised also of you both in one day? So the Lord has put the spirit on Jacob to flee from his brother Esau. And his mother put the spirit on Jacob to tell her son, Jacob, a younger son, to flee from Esau. Now, Esau is going to destroy 2/3 of our people. Along with Yah power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to destroy 2/3 of our people. Esau is going to get a lot of them, but the elect are going to be in the hands of the Lord. That's going to be protected from Esau's hand. And this is the wrath that he had from the beginning. It's never changed. And the Lord is only going to turn up his spirit to hate Jake more and more. Now, if you can't see the DT in these alphabet gangs are set up to come against you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, as you see them coming against the northern tribes. But the elect are going to be in peace when it comes to Esau, because the Lord is going to have a hedge of protection over his elect. And we know brothers will be martyrs for this truth. But the point is, a lot of us won't see death until the Lord returns. This is Ezekiel 35 and verse 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Now Esau loves blood. He's a bloody man. And that's what he's covered after blood. Is shedding blood or eating blood, drinking blood. This is this man's MO, man. He loves blood. And the Lord is setting him up for his own blood to pursue him. And that's death is going to be on his side every turn he takes. It says, since thou hast not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men. And see, Esau is being set up to be judged. Now, the Lord has put on his spirit to go to war with all these nations and to be stretched thin. That's a heavy snare that the Lord is putting on him. He is going to be stretched thin that he's not going to be able to fight all these nations that he's coming against. But his pride won't let him change. The pride that the Lord put on him is to continue to move forward, to fight everyone on the earth, for the most part, man. All the nations that are not Edomites, to the point that his own enemies, it's like not his enemies, but his own allies are going to turn up on him. Verse 8, it says, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men. In thy house, it's like in thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolation, and thy cities shall not return. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And see, the Lord is finna bring him all the way down, that he's going to know the wrath, what's coming is the wrath of the Lord. And he's not going to be able to change. He's not going to be able to change, man. He's not going to be able to change the hand of the Lord, man. He's not going to be able to sign a peace agreement with the Lord, because he didn't hate blood. So the Lord is going to put that blood upon him, man. This is Amos 1 in verse 11. It says, "Thus say Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof." See that? Esau, he can't change the Lord's wrath. He can't change the Lord's judgment upon him. The Lord is pushing him for him to receive the judgment of the Lord, man. That's heavy, man. He says, because he did pursue his brother with a sword. And see, he wanted to kill Jacob from the beginning. So that's the reason why the Lord had put the spirit on Rebekah to tell Jacob to leave and flee to her brother Laban. Because Esau has his wrath and he kept it forever. That's why Esau shows his hatred, man. If you go on X, which was formerly Twitter, you will see all the hatred they spew to you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. You will see all the hatred, man. It's not a coincidence that they show so much hatred towards you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. You go in a store, they might say, "Hey, how you doing?" But under their breath, they showing that hatred, man. They talking that hatred. They spewing hatred under their voice, man. And man, like I said, I can't make you see it. I can't make you get it. I can't make you understand it. But this is the spirit of the Lord that make us the hopeful elect. Lord, when I'm a part of that number, see our enemies for who he is, man. 11, one more time, he said, "Thus say Yahweh Shem Yahushua, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof." See that? So all the hatred they've shown, the transgressions they have shown to you Israelites, the Lord is not going to turn away his punishment. As he has pursued us with the sword, he's soon to be pursued with the sword. He says, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. He didn't change, man. And we're in 2025, and this is from the beginning. This is over, 4,000 years ago. Over 4,000 years ago, and this man still has a hatred towards you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. But see, one thing about Esau that he never considered is the Lord. He never weighed this in his mind that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is for his own people, man. That blessing was given to Jacob, and the Lord didn't change. Now, this is 2 Maccabees 15. You can also get this in 2 Maccabees 7, but it's more detailed here in 2 Maccabees 15. Now, Nicanor was an Edomite. He was a general that pursued Jacob, and he never gave up. He pursued Jake to the very end, till the Lord raised up against him and judged him. And this is Judas Maccabees, man. You got to get in these you got to get in the Apocrypha and read these Maccabees, man. It is very heavy. Let me start at verse 21. It says, "Maccabees, seeing the coming of the multitude and the diverse preparations of armor, and the fierceness of the beast, stretched out his hand toward heaven, and called upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that worketh wonders." And see, this is the time we're coming into. Esau gonna come in like a flood, but the men of the Lord gonna have to pray to the Lord for that divine protection. And continuing on, it says, "Knowing that victory cometh not by arms, but even as it seemeth good to him, he giveth it to such as are worthy." See, we don't have weapons that we can be able to fight against Esau. And if you think you have weapons that are going to be able to fight against Esau, then you're going to be destroyed, because these weapons, these swords are his blessing. These blessing, the sword is not our blessing. It's only for Esau. And that's why the Lord has built him up so he can fight against him. And that's why the spirit is going to be against his enemies, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's enemies. It's in verse 22, it says, "Therefore, in his prayer, he said after this manner, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, thou didst send thy angel in the time of Ezekias, king of Judea, and did slay in the host of let me get it. Pronounce these words correctly, man. I remember what it was.
Sennacherib.
Sennacherib. And that was an army. Let me go back to it. Sennacherib. Therefore, in his prayer, he said after this manner, Yahweh Shem Yahushua did send thy angel in the time of Ezekielus, king of Judea, and did slay in the host of Sacharibah, and 184,500. Continuing on, it says, wherefore now also, O Yahweh Shem Yahushua of heaven, send a good angel before us for a fear and a dread unto them. And through the might of thy arm, let those that sticketh with terror that cometh against thy holy people to blaspheme. And he ended thus. Then Nicanor and they that were with him came forward with the trumpets and songs, and Judas and his company encountered the enemies with an invocation and prayer, so that fighting with their hands and praying unto power with their hearts, they slew no less than 30,005 men, for through the appearance of power they were greatly cheered. See that? So they with their hands, they was fighting, but in the other hand, but they was fighting with their hands, and in their heart, in their minds, they was praying. And the Lord put a spirit in them to kill 30,005 men, for through the appearance of power they were greatly cheered. So they was able to destroy their enemies by prayer. That's what we're coming into, man. The times we're coming into is going to be heavily leaning on our prayer to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. It says, now when the battle was done, returned again with joy, they knew that Nicanor lay dead in his harness. And see, Nicanor was a general of the Greek, he was a Greek general. They came against Judas the Maccabees and fought against him. They had a lot of pride toward the Lord, man. And the Lord put Nicanor to death for coming against his men, his people. Continued on 29, says, then they made a great shout and a noise praising the Almighty in their own language. And Judas, who was ever the chief defender of his citizens, both in body and in mind, and who continued his love toward his countrymen all his life, commanded to strike off Nicanor's head and his hand with his shoulder. See that? So Nicanor was destroyed, man. He was put to death. And Judas cut off his head and his arm and bringing them to Jerusalem. It says, so when he was there and called them to his nation together and set the priests before the altar, he sent for them that were of the tower. It says, and we had cut off the tongue. See, the Lord ain't playing, man. That goes to show you that Esau think he does destruction and do all this wickedness to us, but he got the spirit from the Lord to bring judgment. Now we see through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's going to put the spirit on us to bring judgment on Esau. Verse 33, it says, and when he had cut out the tongue of that ungodly Nicanor, he commanded that they should give it by pieces unto the fowls. So he had cut out Nicanor's tongue and gave it to the birds, man, to the vultures, man. So man, man, it says, and he hung up the reward of his madness before the temple. So every man prays toward the heaven and glorious Yahweh Shem Yahushua, saying, blessed be he that hath kept his own place undefiled. And see, Esau has pursued us with the sword, man. And he's defiled everything that we had. And see, in the time of Nicanor, the Lord raised up Judas Maccabees to come against Nicanor, the Edomites at that time. Now the Lord is raising up the elect to stand bold before the Edomites at this time. So, man, this is very heavy. But let me continue on. It says, and they they ordained all with a common decree in no case to to let that day pass without solitude, but to celebrate the 30th day of the 12th month, which in the Syrian tongue is called Ador. I think Ador is the first month of the year, which is in March. It says the day before Mardies Day. Mardochius Day. So it was a holy day when Nicanor went down. It says, thus went it with Nicanor, and from that time forth the Hebrews had the city in their power. And therewith it's like, and here will I make an end. And if I have done well, and as it fitteth the story, it is that which I desired. But if slenderly and meaningly, it is that which I could attain unto. For as it is hurtful to drink wine or water alone, as wine mingled with water is pleasant and delighteth the taste, even so speaketh finely, framed delighteth the ear of them that readeth the story, and here shall be an end. So I want to get through all of that because just as Nicanor pursued the children of Israel from Judas of Maccabees, it's same as right now, man. He's pursuing us with the sword. And you might not see it now if you're not in the spirit of the Lord, but he is truly pursuing us with the sword, man. And the Lord is going to give the hedge of protection over his elect. But 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed by this modern day Nicanor. So Lord Williams edify. I'm in it there. Shalom. Shalom.